Hello, Pisces. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Pisces, let's see how your energies are going to be at this moment. Keep in mind this is a general reading and may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, just disregard the message. And yes, it applies to all those who have their sun, ascendant, moon, or Venus in the sign of Pisces. Pisces, if you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. Please note 3 phone lines have been activated so you can contact a tarot hotline 24 hours a day. You will be able to communicate with my team of tarot readers who will be answering all your questions instantly. Thank you. All right, let's channel a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, you have here the Page of Pentacles or coins. Pisces, the 4 of Cups, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Well, this energy has come out pretty general. Now let's see where it's headed. But this is about an idea or an opportunity you have when it comes to making something happen. It's like saying, I have the opportunity for a new job. I have the opportunity for a new project. There's a big idea. There's a big goal, or there's an objective that you have right now. That's why everything starts from a revelation, from a proposal, and an opportunity. In some cases, it might be that this opportunity was offered to you by someone else, right? Whether it's to increase your income, to make some kind of change in your personal project, in your job, or to invest in something new. I feel that the opportunity is there. The idea is there. But take your time to decide, because what I see is that there are still a few doubts. There might be a bit of distraction as well. And you might need some extra time to analyze the issue a little more thoroughly, right? Look at the pros and cons and whether it's better for the project. For example, will the amount of time you're going to invest in this really make it worthwhile? And whether you'll also have to invest money. I'm talking about an economic project, but it could also be a relationship project, right? That's why now we're going to see how the people close to you are connecting. I think you're going to take a moment to decide. I don't see you saying yes to this proposal, right? Not a yes right away, but rather give me some time to analyze it and think about it, to study the situation. The good thing is that this has come up as something that's still evolving. That's why I say that the time you've taken to decide will be very clarifying for you, because you are going to be analyzing this situation in a very objective way, right? Like studying it thoroughly. Maybe there will be some kind of advice from someone who specializes in this, a professional in some cases, right? And have them confirm it for you, right? Confirm that yes, this really is viable, that this project is possible, that it can be done. This idea can become a reality. This is not a scam, mind you. So there's good energy to move forward, right? Move forward with the proposal. Move forward with the new experience. At least start to try it out, okay? This is a bit about Pisces' energy in general, in a slightly deeper sense. A Pisces who makes decisions. A Pisces who, when faced with something new, a message or an opportunity, whether it's to generate more income or improve their project, doesn't stay lost in a fog, doesn't remain in eternal doubt. Who resolves, decides, gets clear, and dares to move forward, opens up. Well, many times this indecision can come from, I've tried it, I've made changes in the past, and it hasn't worked. Or I don't feel prepared, or I don't feel completely confident. And maybe now, Pisces, I feel like you're facing it, right? You're stepping onto the field. You're kind of paving the way, right? Because you have knowledge, you have wisdom. I feel like during all this recent time, your mind has changed a lot, your thinking, your way of seeing life. So I feel like you're about to head in a new direction or dare to do something that at another time you would have passed up. That at another time in your life, maybe, you wouldn't have dared to do. That's the idea, right? I feel like the energy's going in that direction, right? Opening up and trying. There aren't moments, sometimes there aren't perfect moments, right? When you say, well, I'll wait for the special occasion, the day, the moment. Many times that moment comes and time goes by. And maybe sometimes it's good to take certain risks, right? With that Knight of Wands. And go through the experience. Pisces, let's see what else we have. Pisces. You have the Nine of Wands here. Six of Wands. You're showing a lot of courage. Five of Wands. And the Page of Swords. What I see is that these doubts you had about this project, I see you here as very strong, like with a lot of willpower. Taking your precautions, being cautious, right? I feel like the past has taught you a lot. What things you have to keep in mind, what things you have to observe before taking a big step. But you have the courage to try. You have the courage to move forward. There's a lot of willpower, Pisces, right now. And I feel that you are going to achieve something very important. And this achievement is really going to be a personal challenge. I feel that it could also be a challenge to your own fears or insecurities. The fact that you were able to accomplish something, to manifest an idea, working up the courage to launch a project, this is like having overcome some kind of insecurity. Because the result is going to be very positive and it will be very rewarding for you. This is like feeling, wow, I feel that in the end I went for it, I did it, and it turned out better than expected. I've been recognized for all this. It was just about getting through the test, nothing more. It was about getting through the test. So you all have a lot of knowledge. You're going to have a moment like an awakening right now, like a kind of revelation or a click in your mind. These are those moments when new information comes through. It makes you open your eyes and tells you, hey, but I have the necessary information. I have the knowledge I need to take this step. Why not do it? Why not make this move? It's also about trusting your own resources, your internal resources, and taking that step forward. I feel that there are certain environments involved, and maybe that's why it was being avoided at times. That's why I mentioned insecurities, fears. There's something social here. There's something involving other people here. Maybe there are people who don't really understand this approach or these decisions you've made, this life plan, this project. There could be a mix of jealousy, yes. There could be a mix of competition, rivalries, hostilities, people who are a bit annoyed. But I feel that you are making choices for your own life, Pisces. You are choosing what makes you shine. You are overcoming fears. This is also like the fear of showing who you are, the fear of expressing yourself in a different way, of saying, I've let go of prejudices. I don't care if other people don't. Maybe, I'm not saying they don't like you, but you can't be liked by everyone, I feel. Okay? So I feel like you're starting to detach yourself from what others think, or from what other people might think or say about the decisions you're making in your life. It's like having a very adult and mature perspective on all of this, right? It's not about lowering yourself. It's not about lowering that vibration, responding or confronting. I feel like it would be an unnecessary waste of energy. And yes, it's good to invest in yourselves. Let's see what else we have. Pisces. This feels like having overcome a social fear or something like that. Something like that, right? You have the Nine of Pentacles. I really like that first column. The Six of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. It's similar to what we've discussed about the Three of Pentacles. Here, there was an insecurity, like a state of vulnerability that also has its roots in your past, maybe in your childhood, or maybe you carry it over from past lives, right? Like karma. Maybe this fear of rejection, this fear of insecurity, of taking a big step in your life. How are other people going to take it? How will they respond? What will they think? And how will they express it? How do you handle criticism? How do you deal with those energies that sometimes confront us so that they don't take away our peace? So I feel that these fears have been reduced. They've become very small because what I see here is liberation. It's independence. So I see, Pisces, that you are going to be taking a big step on a personal level, like having won a battle, having won a confrontation against your own insecurities, right? Of truly feeling good about yourself, stable with a lot of confidence and a lot of self-assurance, of connecting with your self-love, your self-esteem, and your sense that you deserve good things. So I feel like this can be applied to several areas of your life. Mainly where I see it is in your work, finances, and projects. I feel like that's an area where you're going to start standing out. Why? Because you're going to dare to do something you didn't do before. You're going to start presenting yourself differently. And of course, it's because you've lost that fear. You've lost that insecurity. All right, well, Pisces, I also feel there's a lot of people around you who want to help you too, who want to support your growth. Align yourself with that energy and with those people, with that tribe, right? Let's see what we have for Pisces in the Oracle. What will your message be for this moment? And if you have the woodpecker here, it tells you that it is a social spirit and is considered a symbol of companionship and spiritual support. Its appearance indicates that it's a good time to partner with someone. Exactly, that's what we've said. To do? What kind of work or academic connection? It asks you to turn to love and romance. Woodpeckers are very devoted to their partners. This wise animal foretells positive developments at work if you know how to be disciplined and hardworking. Well, dear Pisces, this is what we've seen. For all of you, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you here next time. See you.